where the legends arise. Stories of glory and battles in disguise. Music fights, wrestling in the ring. Basement cuts, let the echoes sing.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Basement Cuts podcast. I am your host, as always, Woody. I know it's been a long time since I've reached out and talked to you guys. I've been going through some stuff. I graduated school. I got some back issues going on. Just been a lot going on lately, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to catch up with you guys, but I'm back. I have a new episode for you. I have a special guest today. My special guest today will be Darrick the Buck Gates from BKFC. He's got a big fight coming up this weekend we'll talk about. And it's so glad to have him on the show. He actually came down to the basement and did an interview with me. So it's going to be cool to get to that. I'll show you that here in just a little bit. I got a lot to talk about. Some of you I haven't talked to since I released an album. I do have an album out. It's available on everything: Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, whatever you listen to, it's on there. Check it out, Woody 208. The album's called This Is Me. I also have a single, Spud Kingdom Unite, which is a #1 song on my artist group from this year so far. It's the most played by all of you, and I thank you for all of that. Also, big news coming up. I am going to be joining some friends of mine on stage and opening up for Dizzy Wright and Mr. Capone. It's going to be an amazing show that's coming up June 22nd. We'll get to that here in a little bit as well. So yeah, lots of things going on. I still need some more guests. Today I got Darrick the Buck Gates. Next week I will have St. Michael in the house. We're going to be talking about that show coming up that we're going to be at. And then whoever else, you guys got something going on, come on. I want to talk to you. Maybe I'll hit some of you up at that show coming up. I know a few of you are performing. I'll be talking to you, see what we can get worked out. The rest of you, hit me up, man. I would love to talk to you. What do you got going on? I know some of you guys got some big projects going on. Athletes, entertainers, what you got going on, guys? Hit me up. So, without further ado, I'm going to get to my first interview. Well, my only interview for the week. My interview, I have a little intro video. Go ahead and watch that. It's only about a minute long, not very long. Introducing my next guest, Darrick the Buck Gates. Here it is. All right, what up, everybody? Welcome to the Basement Cuts podcast. My guest today is BKFC veteran Darrick the Buck Gates. What up, homie? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Pretty good.
Good to have you on the show. Gonna help promote your next. You got a fight coming up next weekend. It's gonna be big. We'll get into all the specifics and stuff. It's gonna be interesting. But first off, I like to give people like a little insight about the people that I interviewed. Where are you from, man? Were you born here in Idaho Falls?
I was born in Blackfoot.
Okay.
Raised in northern Idaho, eastern Washington.
Okay.
Like Forfino, Lewiston, Harkston.
And then moved around a little bit here and there.
Yeah. Yeah, I moved back here when I was 13, full time. Now I'm in and out.
In and out. Depending on work and fighting and
all that. I've gotten I moved to Colorado for a while. Enjoyed some time down there. Well, for almost 4 years. But then it's Idaho's home. You know, so I got to come back. My kids are here.
Right.
So it's nice to be back here too. Now all my kids are in the same town.
Right. That's good. So with all that moving around and everything and not being real stable like northern Idaho or if like Washington, lately you've been back in Washington, Colorado, up in like the Meridian Eagle area, back to here. What got you into fighting? Like, how did that become a thing?
That was kind of just the fluke thing. I mean, I grew up with a bunch of brothers, so fighting was
Second nature.
there. I mean, seriously, there was like 8 of us, 8 boys, and then my little sister.
Oh, wow.
So she was definitely the youngest out of all of us. Yeah, no, it was constantly fights, big brothers and shit. Those brothers, I think they're big.
Right. You gotta mark your own spot because they're gonna try to tuck you down every time, all that kind of stuff.
Man, it's just something that happened on that. Fought on the street a lot.
So how did you get into like your actual first amateur fight? That's how like come about.
They used to host the TKO events at
Hillcats. I remember those.
And I showed up there a couple years in a row, actually trying to get on to the card. I don't know why Marvin never actually got me on. But he introduced me to Terrell Brackett in the Fusion Fight League. They kind of linked us up. I get calls like, hey, he's got a fight card the same weekend, he'll probably go or be able to get you onto the card. I'm like, all right, cool. So I just hit Terrell up.
Next thing you know, you're gonna fight.
I was fighting that next weekend. And I actually lost. I fought 155. And I fought a dude that came in at like 167 or something. Like, and I'm like, whoa, big boy. Like, I mean, he wasn't even the dude I was supposed to fight. Both of our opponents either didn't make it. My opponent got injured. And then
Something he just hits on it.
so we just
Matched up. That's right. I mean, like call that a catch weight fight, basically.
catch weight pretty much, but there was no catching.
No,
there.
because see, you were already fighting 10 pounds over because you're now.
In fact, I used to walk around at 55.
Also, you were right out of your weight.
Yeah. And then it was a couple fights after that. I decided I was going to drop to the 45-pound division and fight there. Did a lot better.
And you've been doing that ever since, basically?
Yeah, until the last 3 fights. My last fight in April was catch weight at 140. He came up from 20, I want to say 25.
Oh, wow.
To 40. And then the fight before that was 135. My fight coming up is 135.
So you'll be cutting for this one, too?
Yeah, I've got 2.5 pounds left.
Oh, you're almost there.
Oh, yeah. I could have been there, dude, but my boss's wife owns American Drug food truck out of the New Yellowstone Food Village. And yeah, dude.
I heard it's pretty nice over there, those new food trucks and stuff over there.
That's pretty good, dude. I mean, I only go to American Grub. There's a bunch of like Mexican trucks in there. There's a pizza truck in there. But I got my Mexican joint that I go to. I stick to that.
That's what American Grub it is.
American Grub. It's delicious.
So you got into those fights just kind of out of nowhere because you're trying to get into TKO here locally. What got you to try out to the BKFC? How did that become about?
So working with Montana, having a bunch of fights, like 30 amateur fights there. I got to meet a bunch of promoters, a bunch of local fighters and stuff there. And one of the matchmakers, Ryan Hall, who hit me up one day and is like, hey, Joe Riggs is throwing an event here. It's the first bare knuckle card coming
2 months
Montana. And I was like, yeah, I'm down, and then come to find out it's Louis Lopez for the main event, which was good. It was a good introduction into bare knuckle.
Right.
Fighting somebody like Louis.
Was a contender, right?
Yeah. I mean, he already fought Ty for the title.
Mm-hmm. set up comeback fight since then.
But I got hit up about Joe Riggs about that event, and Joe Riggs was like, "Yo, if you win, he's like BKFC is coming, and we'll put you on. Well, I'll try to get you on the card." And I didn't end up winning, but
Right.
he liked my performance. He liked that I kept coming forward. Every time I got knocked down, I was getting right back up. He like it against Louis. We know he hits hard.
Yep. Ain't no slouch.
Definitely not. And yeah, so I thought at first I was not even going to get a chance. And then a couple weeks later, I got the phone call. I was like,
hey, we're going to do this event. We still want you on there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then that event, your very first fight in the BKFC was against the now champion, Kai Stewart. So
I fought him 9 months before that too in MMA.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How did that one go?
Your MMA?
Yeah.
Obviously he's a
wrestler. Yeah, he's a great wrestler.
I did pretty good, and especially against Kai. He had me on my back, but I was fighting a lot of shit off. And then his coach, bro, like we're in his corner, and his coach is sitting right here. He's like, "Hey, Kai," like I'm just talking. Says, "Hey, Kai, can you get a second? Fix your mustache." Because he's got that free.
Yeah.
So I started laughing, dude, and then Kai, at that point, that big. I don't know if I went soft or something at that point, but he started fucking dropping some bombs on me, dude. You're at the absolute fight.
So then you fight Kai, and that fight didn't go very well in Bareknuckle either. It went up just over a minute.
Or Bareknuckle?
Yeah.
It was a minute and 43 seconds.
Yeah.
Around. The ref, Andy Glenn. I shouldn't say this. I respect all the judges, most of their decisions. BKFC is 180 degree. Like you can turn 180.
Right.
Can't do no 360 type stuff. Well, Kai had me up on the ropes. I was on guard, and I guess I turned outside of that 180 degrees.
Yeah, you turned your back or whatever.
Yeah. And Andrew Glenn stopped the fight there, which was wrong. You could see the fight, I pushing the pace, and I got some pretty good shots on Kai, a little bit anywhere. He's bent down, dude. I got uppercut shots on him.
Yeah, you guys were throwing that whole entire fight back and forth.
It was good.
And I think the rules have actually changed a little bit since then with the new unified rules to where when you turn like that, now they call it a break.
Right.
Yeah. So, it's that way there's no legal shots to the back of the head and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
So I was watching the fight. Bareknuckle just happened Friday night. And there was a very similar situation. The dude turned around, but they just stopped the fight. And then all right, knuckle back up.
Right.
So I think that fight and a couple others have actually changed that rule a little bit.
Yeah, and it was, it wasn't even like a sanctioned event. All of us that fought on that card got a suspension. It was like 6 weeks suspension for it too. It kind of sucked, but they put me on the next card like right after my suspension ended. That next day I was fighting.
Okay.
They literally got me right back on there pretty quick, but I'm not mad at Andrew Glenn for that, but I've seen him allow it happen in other fights.
Yeah, that's what made me think that maybe the rule changed itself because
it did.
Yeah.
Because we did go to the unified boxing rules, so there are definitely changes. Still pretty similar though.
And then your next fight, you would end up another Bareknuckle fight back in Montana against Dylan Schultze. Yeah. That was the first time I got to see you live, which was a whole nother experience. If you guys haven't seen Bareknuckle live, get a chance, go. Especially if it's in Salt Lake, Montana, somewhere where it's only a couple hours, go. This is a whole nother event, man.
It's a whole nother level, dude, with promotions. I go to a lot of fights. Like I was just at fights last night, dude, but they are their own league, And I fought in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Florida,
Tampa, Florida, South Carolina. Yep. You've been everywhere. Where's the next one? It's in Michigan.
That's in Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan. So you're going everywhere to do this stuff. you got another opportunity to come back to Montana, and you fought Coda Greenwood. And that was your first victory. And you got the knockout in the first round.
Yes, sir.
And I was there for that one too.
Yeah.
And right after you got that knockout, I was like, that's my boy. And we kind of had a little moment that was pretty cool. A little bit on that fight, like, did you just, like, sit back? Did you catch him just right? Was you feeling you different going into it?
So like leading up into that fight, like the night before, like 2 nights, because BKFC has us there 2 nights before the fight, you know, so like we got our media.
Somewhere all the interviews and stuff.
We were all at the same hotel, you know, very good. We just, like, we kind of hung out at the hotel, you know, and smoked some weed together, you know, and kind of bullshit. You know, he kind of threw off, you know, pretty good. Yeah, you know, I'll be seeing you on the pretty good squared circle tomorrow, you know, pretty good. But this is my win, you know. I was like, nah, dog. Like, I mean, you just went against Dakota Highline.
Highline.
Yeah, he fought.
Big boy.
That they went 5 bloody ass rounds, dude. I mean, and it was
Fist of cuffs, like the old time. That was when you fought Schultz, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that was an amazing fight. Those two just went back.
Yeah, well, it was definitely a great fight. Like, I enjoyed watching that fight. The stitches in my face, but pretty good. I was like, yeah, dude, you just fought freaking Dakota. I was like, the one thing about Dakota, bro, is he's not going to be on you like I am. You know, like that was the majority of our shit talking. And we were in the rings getting ready to freaking have the announcer announce us, you know. I looked over at him, bro, and I was like, this is my fucking time. You know, just to look at him dead in the eyes, like, this is my fucking time, dude. And you could see it change. Like, I seen the change in him, bro. It's like he lost all of his confidence. So I just came forward, dude. And it really built my confidence. You know, like you see me in my fight out the first time I've ever fought, literally dropping my hands to my knees, you know.
Just robbing him. He was doing some Anderson Silva stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all because of making him to lose his
confidence right at the beginning, just getting that little bit of mojo. Yeah. I mean, and it worked out for you. You ended up getting a pretty fast knockout.
minute 20 seconds.
Yeah. It's a great fight. Then you fight some fights. You're kind of on like a little bit of a losing streak right now.
Yeah.
We're hoping to change that. So we got this big fight coming up this weekend. We talked about it a couple times. Mount Pleasant, Michigan, BKFC Icewars. Give us a little bit of insight on this thing. You're going to be fighting in full hockey gear.
Full hockey gear, minus the gloves. Helmets are optional. Yeah, you're on ice. This one, I believe, synthetic ice, so it's not real ice. But yeah, I'm fighting tough as Devin Gibson. I mean,
USA versus Canada.
USA versus Canada.
Co-main event.
Co-main. There is one America versus America. One of the original co-main. One of them got hurt or injured, and they replaced it, but with another American.
So most of the card is USA versus Canada, right? Mine's that one fight. And that's another thing I love about BKFC is they always try to get local fighters involved, and they always have those tryouts. So this is going to be something interesting. Like, I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen the movie Dune or Dune Part 2, but in Dune Part 2, there's a spot where the enforcer kind of ends up out of the league, and the way that he gets back in is they actually have these hockey fighting leagues over in Canada and stuff where there's no hockey, just the fighting. And they go out there, they drop their gloves and stuff, and then they just go at it. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And now that you guys are actually going to do that, that's going to be insane.
Yeah, dude. Having Ian Heinzich from the UFC, who's a middleweight champion. UFC, he's the president of BKFC Icewars. So they got another UFC champion as a boss outside Conor McGregor.
Oh, yeah, McGregor's in there too. So the BKFC is just, it's about to be the biggest fighting league out there, I think.
I mean, it pretty much is already.
Yeah. They got BKFC in UK, Thailand, We're going back to Italy pretty soon again.
I just seen the thing that said that the Australian card just got squashed. Something to do with commission.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that's rumor or not. I mean, I just seen
Well, no, they were announcing some stuff on Friday. I didn't quite see what they were talking about. But
the sounds of the newers. Ben Rothwell burst.
yeah, the Rothwell fight.
I don't remember his name. But yeah, it was going to be the headliner over there. Beck Rawlings is going to fight.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they were just showing that. So that one must have just got recently squashed. Possibly.
I mean, I just read that this morning.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
right. I know it still happened.
yeah, because Friday they were still advertising when I was watching the fights. So
That's where I seen the first advertisement for that was on the fight or during the fights.
and this one, the Ice Wars, that one's on BKFC app, right? That one's not on the Zone.
No, that's on the BKFC.
BKFC app. So check it out, guys. BKFC app this Saturday, is right?
Yeah. I'll share the link over and we can post that.
Yeah, we'll share it up. We'll make sure you guys know where to find it. BKFC app is relatively cheap. I believe it's only $7.99 a month, and it gets you all the BKFC access, including this pay-per-view. And I think there's 2 or 3 more fights this month. This month, I think there's a fight every single weekend. They are doing it big.
So this Saturday there's actually 2. So you actually have the opportunity to watch the BKFC Ice Wars, and then there's the fight. Is it Texas?
Oh, yeah. Doubt.
I don't know if it's in Texas or if there's the one in
So we just had
on the East
Albuquerque.
Coast. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be somewhere over there. So 2 this weekend. And check out my boy, Darrick the Buck Gates. He's trying to get back in that win column, and he's going against Canada. This is going to be USA versus Canada. It's the co-main event. Check him out. You guys don't want to miss this. You guys never seen Bare Knuckle? This might be a great introduction because I know some of you watch my hockey podcast. This will be a great conversion for you guys to get into the fights a little bit.
Yeah, it's hockey without the hockey.
Without the hockey, like we don't have to worry about the referees ruining everything. They get to drop gloves, let them go. Let's bang. So, one question though, in hockey, like you get knocked to the ice, the fight's over. Are they gonna pick you guys back up and let you go back at it? Same boxing rules.
Just to get your 8-second count.
Might be a part of it to get up on the skates.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't plan on getting knocked down, so
Don't get hit, don't get knocked down, don't have to worry about it, right?
the only thing I had to say to Devin or about Devin is all of his fights that he takes his time to get in and get busy. You don't have time in this. No, I mean it was either 60 seconds or 90-second rounds.
So it's shorter than the normal 2-minute rounds.
Yeah, it's shorter. And there's only 2 rounds. You know, he normally doesn't get busy till round number 3. So.
And you're a fast fighter. You come off the block. Like, if you even check out your fighter bio on the BKFC app, it says that you are hard for other people to pair against because you come full throttle and you're not very orthodox in the normal boxing or fighting style. You just, like you said, you came up as a street fighter. You had 8 brothers. Like, you're definitely unorthodox compared to the rest of
Yeah, no, I'm here just to freaking punch people in the face, you know?
cash checks, you're paying.
Hey, yeah, be like, I'm not here to waste time.
No,
You know, I want to get in, I want to get it done.
you get paid by the fight, not by the hour.
Yeah. So no matter if I do it in 30 seconds or if it takes me freaking 5 rounds, you know, I'm going to do what I need to do.
But this one's only 2 rounds. It's 90 seconds possibly.
Yeah.
It's going to be quick. This event's going to go by quick, so that's probably why they're doing 2 this weekend. It's going to be great.
Yeah. You will get a 3rd round, which are the score you even.
So we had that sudden death round like they do.
The icebreaker.
The icebreaker.
It's fun. I mean, it makes sense.
Does make sense. So you got it all nice. Well, I want to thank you for coming on, bro. I appreciate you. I need to get you back on here again. Next time you have a fight, let's promote you. I'd like to have you back as many times as possible.
I was just hitting up about main eventing card in Montana for BK Days in Butte. Against the previous opponent that I just lost to in Bareknuckle MMA.
Okay.
I did say, as long as shit goes good with this, I'm in on that.
All right. So we already got one lined up, guys, and it's in Montana, Butte, not even that far away. Something that you could drive to. Bare Knuckle Days up in Montana is insane. It's like a Sturgis bike rally, but for fights. They got music. They got like all sorts of stuff that goes on up there. It's an amazing, great time. But thanks for coming on again, my brother. I appreciate you. Awesome meeting up with my bro, Darrick. It's going to be huge this weekend. Can't really see it on my screen here, but June 14th, Ice Wars in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. This is going to be on the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship app, BKFC. It's only $7.99 a month. You get all sorts of pay-per-views. Everything that's Bare Knuckle library is included, and everything coming up. There's only a couple of special edition events that they do on the Zone, which is also not a bad value as well. And you get a lot of boxing and other wrestling and fighting events as well. But anyway, BKFC app, Saturday, June 14th. These guys moved from the feature fight to the co-main event. It is Darrick the Buck Gates versus Devin the Canadian Assassin Gibson. And this is Ice Wars. They're in hockey pads. These guys are fighting it out. They're playing hockey without the hockey. They're just dropping gloves and getting at it. Remember, it is bare knuckle, so there is no gloves. Helmets are optional. He mentioned that. Get at it, guys. I believe the pre-show starts at 5. Prelim start at 6, and usually the main card starts at 7. I will post a link with this video so you guys can get all the information you need for that. So check it out. Local boy Darrick the Buck Gates taking on a Canadian assassin this weekend. Ice Wars, BKFCTV.com. Check it out. It's also available on Roku. I believe there's partnered with Triller. So check it all out, guys. It's going to be amazing weekend. Not to mention, we did say there are other bare knuckle fights this weekend as well. It's a double main event weekend. Check it out. It's going to be huge. It's going to be big. If you haven't checked out bare knuckle, this is the weekend to do it. So want to thank my guest, Darrick the Buck Gates. I'm going to have another guest coming up shortly for this next week. It'll be St. Michael. We're going to be talking about an upcoming show we got going on at the gym, and that's going to be on June 22nd. It is a Sunday. Tickets are $40 for general admission, $100 VIP. VIP gets you to meet both Dizzy and Mr. Capone. So come check it out, guys. Hit me up on Facebook, Basement Cuts Podcast. You can hit me up on my personal Facebook. I'm also on Insta, Twitter, all the good stuff. I guess it's not called X. I'm also on TikTok. So hit me up on there as well. Make a little couple videos and stuff. Check out my stuff, guys. It's great talking to you again. I'll be hitting you up shortly because I need more interviews. And as always, much love and peace. Have a great day.
So tune in, turn up, and feel the rush. Basement Cuts where the stories crush. Music, fights, wrestling every day. Basement Cuts, we're here to stay. I said, so tune in, turn up.